Right, so if you have a scarcity mindset, you think of life as a zero-sum game. You think if person A wins, then person B must lose, and that there's not enough for everyone to go around. That's scarcity, right? We have billions of people in this world, billions. We also have trillions and trillions of dollars in this world. And so if you think just because someone else is successful, that means you're not going to be successful, that is a complete mindset of scarcity, because just because someone else wins doesn't mean that you lose. You want to find win-win situations. If you have an abundant mindset, you're going to think that it's possible. It's possible to be able to be successful. It's possible to achieve your dreams. Just because someone else wins doesn't mean you lose. We can have win-win situations. And so let's go ahead and talk about how we can think more abundantly and kind of attack and start to challenge those scarcity mindsets that we have that are holding us back from achieving what we can and what we want in our lives. All right, so number one is scarcity is about avoiding risks, but abundance about finding the opportunities. And so if you want to be successful, you have to take some risk. And I know risk can be scary for me. This is one thing that I've had to work on. And I really think about all sides of the situation and the equation. And I have to eventually say, you know what, it's worth this risk. Most rich and successful people, they take calculated risks, right? They were willing to take the chance. And so do you want to go through your whole life and be 85 and you never took a chance? For me, that is what's scary. That is what's scary, that I'm not using my potential or that I didn't try and I didn't go for it. And so Sarah Blakely talks about that failure is not when you mess up or you don't get it right or you fail. It's actually not trying. And so that can totally reframe failure for you, but you want to put yourself in the path. You want to put yourself out there. You're not going to get in a position to get lucky or to have your dreams or your goals come true if you don't put yourself in the situation to get lucky. In order to align more with this, you want to start thinking, here I am. I have something to offer. Here I am. Be there, show up, and share your gifts and say that you have things to offer, because you do. Number two, scarcity is thinking that everybody is your client or customer. This is not the case. That would be so cool if your message could connect with everybody around the world, but it's so likely that you're at least going to not appeal to even 50% of people. Think about even in politics. If you are winning an election, there's like half the population that doesn't like you or doesn't agree with you. Same thing. If you lose, there were 50% of people who really liked you. So go with a niche. That's when they talk about really finding the person that you're looking for. So instead of just trying to appeal to everybody, find the specific person that you want to speak to, right? Like I want to talk to someone who wants to make changes in their life, who wants to do more, who believes that they can make a change and who believes that they're capable of more and that they want to do more with their life. And so I'm going to talk to them. If you are into fashion and you're working with a certain age group, you go for that age group. If you are trying to help sports, if you want to help people get into the NFL, that's who your target market is. You don't just target everybody else. So find that niche, find those specific people that you want to help. Number three, scarcity is thinking that other people are your competitors, and this is not true. And so you want to compete with yourself. And also at the end of the day, more people succeeding, the better. The more people will be succeeding in the world and you'll pull up other people. And so an example of this would be a tennis coach. So if you're a tennis coach and you see another tennis coach or a successful tennis coach, you think that they're going to get in the way of your success. That's not true. There's room for everybody. So stop thinking you need to compete with somebody else or like they're prettier or they're smarter or they're better. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be people who are prettier than you, people who are smarter than you, people who are better than you at something. But that doesn't take away from you. Own who you are. Try to be the best that you can be, or own or dominate a specific area. Go somewhere else. There's more that meets the eye. And also you have something unique that you can offer. So get clear on what makes you different. People talk about differentiating yourself because there's room for everybody if you differentiate yourself and you show your unique self and how you can serve and help somebody else in your own way. Number four is scarcity is believing that there will never be enough. And so there's always more. There's always more to learn. There's always more money to be had. There's always more out there. And so a great way to deal with this is like if you feel like you don't have enough or enough money, then go donate some money or go spend some money. If you feel like that you are behind in something, then go do something. If you feel like you don't serve or volunteer enough, go do it. Do the thing that you're scared of, and it will help get your brain in a different way of thinking. Number five, scarcity is about hoarding. And so you don't want to hoard, right? If you think, oh, we're never going to be able to get this. And I get it. If you are in a rough situation or if you don't have a lot, you might want to hoard things. You might want to be like, well, what if we don't get this back? What if we don't have enough money to be able to buy something different, right? Instead, you want to believe that there's going to be more. It's abundant. It's okay, right? And so you don't want to hoard cash. You want to put it out there to make it work for you. You also want to give your best stuff away for free. So don't hoard your information or your value that you could provide. Give the information away. Show people that you can help them. Start helping people. And so don't hoard things. Be abundant and think that there's plenty to go around. Number 6, scarcity is having someone being controlling and dictating. If you want to be more abundant, you want to have openness and you want to trust. And so this could be with a parent, this could be with a leader, this could be in a relationship. You want to have openness and trust and believe that people are going to do their job and people are going to do the right thing, right? Instead of, are you making sure you micromanage and you do this? Just stop. That's really not going to help. And hopefully you hire people that you can actually trust, or you're working with people that you trust, or you build that trust in that relationship with your child, and you're able to let go of some of that control. Control is going to keep you in a scarcity place. You want to be open and more abundant. Number 7, scarcity is thinking everyone is copying you. Who cares? It's a great form of flattery. Also, art is typically not necessarily all new. It's all just reinvented or inspired by other things that you've seen or that you've learned. It's okay. That is just part of the process. That is part of what happens. And so instead of worrying, oh no, I can't put this out there because someone's going to do it before me. That could be true. But someone probably already has that idea, is going to execute anyways, instead of you hoarding it or holding it back. So take action, go for it, and execute as quickly as possible. And just know there's going to be people who are similar to you. There's going to be people who have different styles or the same styles, etc. There's billions of people in the world. So there's bound to be some overlap, and that's okay. Number 8, scarcity is being entitled or fearful. Instead, you want to be grateful. You want to be appreciative. You want to have an attitude of gratitude. And so many successful and happy people also talk about this, that you want to be grateful for what you already have. Why would you get more? Why would you have more into your life if you don't even appreciate what you already have? I actually saw this last night on Instagram, and it said something about, I'm going to be grateful for my current blessings while I'm working on new blessings and attracting my new goals and things that I want. But you probably have something right now that you were praying for that you really wished that you had. And so be grateful for that. And it doesn't mean that you can't still work on more goals, but have an attitude of gratitude and appreciate your life. Appreciate each day. It's a gift, and appreciate the people and the opportunities that you have. And lastly, number 9 is helping others succeed. And so if you are in a state of lack, you don't want to help other people. You think that other people are the competition and other people are going to take away from you. Instead, what you want to do is help. If we lift, a rising tide lifts all boats. We lift everybody else. The more people we lift up, the more likely that all of us will be successful and we'll rise too. And so help other people. And the best way to serve and be wealthy and to enjoy your life is to serve and to help other people. So why not do it? So if you're in a scarcity mindset and you want to change, you can maybe have some ideas already by what I've already talked about, but I'm going to give a few more tips on how to change from a scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset, because it really is so critical and important. One way to do this is to surround yourself with abundant-minded people. Are the people that you're hanging around thinking big? Are they thinking that everything is possible? Are they thinking that they can have more for their lives and for themselves? If so, then you're in a good place. But if not, you want to start surrounding yourself with people who are big dreamers, people who are believers, people who do more with their lives and who believe that they have the potential and that you have the potential too. Number 2, you want to look for ways to create win-win situations. Remember, it doesn't mean that person A wins, person B loses. In life and in business, multiple people can win. Kris Jenner talks about this. How can we have a win-win situation for everybody? How can you win? How can I win? Look for those win-win situations always. Number 3, practice gratitude daily. Remember, we want to have an attitude of gratitude. We want to appreciate what we currently have and that we have the potential and the opportunity to work on more goals. And so appreciate what you have, the people, the things, and you will be better off for it. Number 4, a great thing you can do is look for possibilities, right? So if you look for negative, you're going to find negative. If you look for positive, you're going to find positive. So look for the opportunities, get creative, and find the possibilities. Jesse Itzler talks about this, that how can I get in the room? How can I be there? I need to go be around successful people when he started NetJets. And so he went to the TED Talk conference, but he couldn't get in because he wasn't famous or wasn't at that level yet. But he went to a coffee shop where all those famous people were going. And then he hoarded the muffins. He noticed everyone was getting lattes and muffins. And so he went and bought all the muffins. And then the guy went to order and wanted a latte and a muffin. And they're like, well, we could give you a latte, but we can't give you a muffin. And then Jesse would sit there and walk by and say, excuse me, sir, do you want a muffin? I happen to have an extra. And then he got a connection. That's actually how he got his first client. And the man said, like, what do you do? And he said he owns a jet company, a private jet company. And they're like, no way, we're actually in the search for one. And they talked, and then got a client. And so get creative, try to think of the possibilities. They're all around if you're willing to see them. 5, you want to offer words of appreciation. So I realize that I do this a lot in my relationships, especially with my husband and stuff. Like, you appreciate them, you say nice things about them, you tell them that you're grateful for them, you tell them how lucky you are to be with them, you support them, you encourage them, you write nice things to them, you tell them about their strengths, you are just loving and kind, right? And so this is a great thing to do. Just appreciate what you have, appreciate the people that you have, and tell them. 6, remind yourself that you're more than enough. So you are enough as you are. Jamie Kern-Lima, she's fantastic. I should do a video on her. I've started learning more about her. She's founded It Cosmetics. She started out working at Denny's and other jobs and ended up becoming a billionaire and selling her company for over $1 billion. And she just came out with a book called Worthy. And so check it out if you want. A lot of people are checking it out. It's an Amazon bestseller, but you're worthy just as you are, right? Even if you're not where you want to be yet, even if you're struggling, you are worthy. Believe it. Number 7, give. So if you don't feel like you have enough money, this is where we talked about earlier, people recommend give more away. And so you want to be generous. You want to have an attitude of gratitude, but also of giving and service, and it will return to you tenfold. 8, another way is to focus on the wins, focus on your successes. I know for me, I do appreciate the wins and the good things, but I'm always like, how can I be better? How can I do more? How can I improve? Which is great, but you also want to make sure you're focusing on those wins as well and celebrate that, because it's about the journey, right? And so if you're celebrating those wins and those good things, you're looking for the good, you're going to create more good as well. 9, something that could help you is actually reducing your media consumption at certain times. Or I know Mel Robbins has like an unfollow Friday. And so people who are not helping you or being negative, or they're talking about things that aren't supporting your goals, then get away from that. And sometimes just go outside, step away, and then get right back to it. It can really, really help you. And you can be in this weird mindset if you're consuming too much media, especially the negative media and the news. 10, look for the positive in every loss. And so losses and struggles are hard, but they're there to teach you if you let them. And so look for the positives in those situations, and you can find a lesson that could help you in your life. Lastly, number 11, stop comparing yourself to others. Stop playing this comparison game. It's not going to help. Compare yourself to you. How can you be better? How can you do more? How can you improve from the person you were yesterday? And you'll be a lot better off. All right, so those were some scarcity mindsets and how to switch to more abundant mindset. I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful, if you want more videos like this on working on mindset or some encouragement along the journey. I know it can be tough at times, but just start thinking about those things, gain that self-awareness. I have a video on that as well, to see how you are thinking and how you're showing up. And it can change. You can grow. This is called a growth mindset. Just because you thought this way yesterday or today doesn't mean you have to keep thinking that way. You can learn, you can improve, you can evolve, you can get better. And that's what we're all here to do. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up, share with a friend, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Keep it abundant. You got this.